Hello, crafty friends. Welcome to my craft room. I'm Yvonne with Doer, On My Mind, Journaling, and More. And today I'm going to be working in my October signature. Today is October 18th, and I started the month late, but I've been able to get into my craft room almost every night this week. Today is Saturday. So although the first part of the month is still kind of stuffed with clips and on days that I haven't really done, the last part of the month I've just said, I'm just going to start here. And so I think this is actually the first day I did not record. I just kind of started in the journal. And so I've put a bunch of things together. This page is not finished, and I think that's going to be a journaling prompt. I finished this page, including the journaling. This page is almost done, but I need a photo, which I haven't printed. And then yesterday, this is a hard day for me, but I journaled about it. This is the day my son passed. And so it's just a day, but it's always a hard day. So that's what's here, kind of some private journaling there. And then, me and my granddaughter went to the homecoming football game at the local high school, and my husband went to the camper. And so this was kind of her reward for turning things around. We started out middle school with her kind of almost, I feel like almost at odds because of grades and everything. So that's why we did what we did, and she enjoyed going and seeing the band because she's in the band. So today, of course, is not done, but I did, just for fun, staple this to this page. This afternoon is puppy training. But this is a piece of one of those Kong toys that is supposed to be indestructible. Well, not for these two dogs. They are definitely toy destroyers. But so far, knock on wood, there hasn't been any casualties around the house. So I think I have some stuff stuffed in further down. I've been going through a lot of stuff here. Yeah. Okay. So the last time I recorded, I made actually this cover for the October signature. And one of the October prompts is magazine media. And so I'm going to just say that this cover fulfills that prompt. And I love the spooky trees. I found this kind of just little blurb about why black cats are considered unlucky. I don't know why, but I just put it on the cover. But I'm just going to add this. Well, wait a minute. I also thought about this. This is one of those wooden owls, wondering if I should put him in the trees. And I'm kind of on the fence with that one. We'll see. But I am going to put this down right now. Trim this up. And call one prompt done. I've been cleaning up my craft room, and I'm finding all kinds of things that I had forgotten I had. And you know what? I'm just gonna put this here. I don't want it to be front and center. I just want to notate that this is the first journal prompt. So this is a pad of Stampin' Up! Kind of scratch paper. And so I was like, you know, I'm just going to use that as a glue page and see how it goes. Hang on, I'm getting a call, but I will have to call them back. Okay, so I'm going to hold off on this. And although I'm called to put that on the cover, it is sort of bulky. And I don't have it close by where I can grab it. It's on my shelf, but the 365 accordion fold journal is very bulky. So anything I can save, yeah, that's the right side. But I do like him. I think he's really cute. You know what? I'm just gonna put him down. I think he's super cute. Let's see if I want to use this. Doesn't it tell you what you could use it on? Usually it does. It just says all purpose. Well, I'm gonna try this glue on here and see if I can get him to stay. Is this even open? How do I? Oh shoot, it's a brand new glue. I don't know what I have. I'm not using these scissors to cut that open, so maybe I'll find a different glue. Let's see. I really don't think that art glitter glue will hold that, so I'll go with this Fabri-Tac. See if it holds. So I think he's so cute. And a little hoot owl. It kind of just reminds me of October nights. I haven't been able to get to the camper, but wouldn't a bonfire be so nice? And just listen to all the sounds of the night. I don't know if it's in the cards right now because of all this puppy training. I better put the lid on this before it starts oozing out. If you've used this glue, you know what I'm talking about. He's so cute. Okay. And he's got this little tree limb here that kind of grounds him. Okay, so I'm just gonna start from the cover forward and see what we can get. I might skip because there's a couple of things I want to get to today. So the first thing I always do is make a tag with these journal prompts and then go back and jot down the days that I did the prompts on. So what I need is a piece of cardstock to put this onto. And I was looking at my date tiles. I thought I'd use the brown, but I think that was for September. This green would be pretty, but I don't have enough of it. This is just I have so much paper. I've just pulled out a few pieces. Wow, that's pretty thick. Be a good, I might use that one, but let's see about, that to me is more November, and it's not as thick. These two pieces are very thick. I'm gonna go with that yellow. I've been organizing, trying to come up with ways to keep all these things contained when you have all this scrap paper. So I sorted all the paper that I leave off to my right, that I grabbed from throughout the month. I have it all kind of sorted where I can see everything I have. And right now I'm just seeing if there's something better I want to use for this journal tag. I keep being drawn to this paper, but I want to be able to write on the back, and I like, this is more thinner paper. Oh, what about that one? No, I'm gonna go with the yellow. And just go ahead and get that card made. I'm gonna scoot this off so I can work right here. Okay. So again, I'm excited. This has been a kind of a quiet week. Not really much going on. But like I said, I've been able to, because of that, get in my craft room and kind of figure out where I want to put things back that I had to take and box up again because of the puppy. I'm just gonna eyeball this. I'm not a good trimmer, but I think I can manage a little journal tag because this is really all I'm gonna do to it. And of course I made it uneven. And yes, that will bother me. So I'll have to trim it up again. I think that'll work. There's still some things I have to figure out how I want to store. I have quite the collection of ribbon, and I don't really have a great way to store that. Right now I have it shoved on a shelf, not even in a container. The new kind of piece of furniture I purchased has drawers on the bottom and open like cubes on the top of it. And so all this ribbon is kind of stuffed in those cubes, and I know I need to do something, store it a little better, whether it's a little basket or what. Just not sure. If you have any ideas on how you store your ribbon. I was amazed at how much I actually had, because I had it stashed here and there. Now, do I want to have this flap, or do I want to make another pocket? And I don't know, so let's see. I have a bunch of things I could make pockets out of in this stash. In fact, 2 of them, I believe, were already cut for a pocket. So I could do that. That one was already cut. Where's the other one? Oh, it was pink. Pink. I don't know that I want pink. And then this door, I mean, it doesn't matter. It just might be too tall, this pocket, for that tag. I would tuck this piece of paper in. I thought I might do some extra reflection journaling here. So I don't know about that pocket. I'm just flipping through here. Where'd this piece go? I think I used this somewhere else, but I'm not sure. Oh, well, I haven't put it together yet. I think I like that better. Yep. And I have to remember that the bottom of this is torn. So I'm just guessing where to cut this. And of course I cut it a little crooked. Story of my life. Okay. Yeah, I think I like that. As opposed to just this flap. Which I think I kept it in the back, but anyway, I'm gonna put this down as a pocket and get this part done. What else is happening? Yeah, it's been really quiet. I've moved my office. I had to, I think I counted up, it's the 6th or 7th time I've had to move offices in this company. So, what is happening? That crooked somehow. There we go. Okay, and so Thursday I had to pack up my old office, pack everything up so that maintenance could come move my stuff. There we go. And then Friday I had to go set up my new office. And so it's all set up. I think it'll work. It's an odd shape, but I have a really nice window. My boss said I should get a plant, but little does he know, I am not a good plant mom at all. And so I like that you can see the gray on the edge and that it's torn a little bit. I'm gonna kind of accentuate that. And I did remember to put 2 of these distress inks in a drawer right in front of me. So these little cubes you can kind of just use as is. So I'm gonna just go around this edge a little bit. Excuse my reach, you probably can't see. There we go. And then on this side, I'll just do the same. There. Just feeling like I wanted to use some of that. Okay. Those are the 2 colors I use the most often. Walnuts, well, mostly vintage photo, but walnut stain is pretty close. It's a little darker, and black soot. So I have those very close by. I think I bumped you, sorry. Let's see if this is staying. Yay. Okay, so there's the front cover. I'll come back and do the journaling. I wonder if I want a little tag. I should have used this as the tag in front. Didn't even think about it. What could I use for a tag here? I have this fabric that I put in those bundles. Not this specific fabric. The fabric varies per bundle, but I think there was, 10 little squares. It's not quite a square. It's a little, I think they're 5 by 5, about 5 by 5. Yeah, I think I'm gonna make a little pull tab out of this. Let's see. Oh, I should have used my pinking shears. I'll cut that off so it's the same. There we go. I know you can't feel it, but it's so soft. It's a raised, kind of embossed almost. I love it. And I'll just use this. I've been using this more and more frequently. Because it's more convenient, I moved it. Instead of across the room, I have it right off to my side. So I've been kind of taking advantage of that and using it a lot more. There. Cute. Okay. Now, right here, I liked this door kind of leading into October. I found a quote that I want to write, but I almost want to have a strip of paper here, just so it's a little colorful. Oh, I thought, oh, maybe I'll use this. There's another owl. I have all kinds of things in this little box. And I do have some stuff here. Oh, there's that other piece. I'm gonna make a tag out of that. I don't think I have a strip long enough in here. Except for this. I don't know if I want purple. It's pretty. But no, I'm not gonna do purple. So how about some of this? Let's see. I have pumpkins that I could use. Floral. Let me just, oh, here's a couple strips. Let's see what this looks like. Oh, that's a perfect size. I thought I wanted something a little bit wider. Let's just see. Got this. And that's too wide. I wanted to have like a thin door frame. Maybe it's not going to work. Let's look at these pumpkins. I mean, that could work and kind of bounce off of that. What's on the back of this? Oh, it's just tan. No, I want some color, but I will measure. I want it to be about this wide, right about here. I'm gonna go off to my left and use paper cutter very quickly. One of my co-workers, as I know that probably, I just cut it the wrong way. Ay. Hold tight. I need to cut it here. Let me try that again. One of my co-workers, she's like, hey, before you leave, I have you something. And she brought me, I'll show it to you. It's used, but look, it's a giant paper cutter. I think this is 12 by 12. So I've been trying to use that. I've wanted one for a while. And how cool is it for your coworkers to kind of understand or kind of get you that you're into stuff like that. So I thought that was really cool. Yeah, that'll work. Let's see how tall this needs to be. So I'm gonna overhang it. I just need to cut it a little right there and there. And I'll just use this. Let's see how my cutting skills were. Not too bad. Just kind of, instead of it being so stark, I wanted to kind of offset that with something else. So I'll get that down. And then the quote, which now, if you've watched me for a while, you know I love some quotes. Let's orient this the proper way. Here we go. Ooh, the sun's coming out now. So it's later. I used to, when I first started this, I would be up at the crack of dawn in here, but I've been sleeping later, and that's okay. I just had another thought. I have all this washi tape right in front of me. Do I have any I want to use? None that really go with, well, I'm gonna say that. There's two, let's see. I think I like this one better. And yep, I'm gonna use it. And this is, washi tape was across the room too. So now I still have, I had more washi than I thought. And I still have some more across the room, but I've kind of picked out some that I thought would look good for this season. I found some Christmas washi. I had bought some Halloween washi, and guess what? I ordered some more washi, so that should be here. I'd have to track it. I can't remember when they said it would come. Do I want it on this side too? Probably. Probably. So yeah, I have more washi coming. How about that? Now I'll have more washi than I know what to do with. Okay. So I like that I'm getting things like put, here's the washi, here's the, I even organized magazine scraps. How do you do that? That was becoming out of hand. Absolutely out of hand. All right, so here's the quote. What's over here? Let me see if I can just scoot all this stuff off here. And I'm going to use this paint pen. I'm not good at writing small, but let's see. Let me kind of plan this out. I'm just going to go like through the door. I'm just going to see how it goes. And my handwriting is not the best, but we'll try. Okay. So here we go. Oh, is that not going to show up? Let's see. In the universe. This is just a quote I found off of Pinterest. Huh. That's just not going to show up. I'm going to try this one more time in the blacker part of this. Otherwise, I'll have to come up with a plan B. Oh, there we go. In the universe. I have a whole Pinterest board of quotes. There are things that are known. I hope I don't run out of space, because my handwriting's so big. And things that are unknown. I hope so. Almost. And in between, There are doors. This particular one did not, it was like anonymous or something. I didn't write it, but I love it. And that's kind of what I was going for on this. It's just a cover page. I would like to find something here. It says Welcome October, or I don't know that I have anything that says October. I think we've been through this one time before. And so I'm gonna pass on that. But the only thing about using that is that it needs some time to dry. So I'm gonna set this aside because I have another idea that I wanted to do today, and it's work on one of these prompts. And so you'll recognize this. It's an envelope. And I always save them and then I never know what to do with them. So I'm going to attempt to use this as one of the journaling prompts. And I was cutting out die cutting a bunch of things. And I came across a tag set, and in the set, it had some tiny pumpkins. So I cut out some pumpkins for that. So the plan is to kind of make a shaker box type thing, and then somehow come up with some hidden journaling. But I'm going to make the shaker box first and then decorate up the black. So what I think I need to do, let me think about this. All I've done was fold the envelope in half, kind of going, oh, maybe this will work. And I'm sure people have done this before. I've never done it. Okay, so I'm going to, let's see. Actually, I'm not going to glue it yet because what I wanted to do was kind of have a fold down for some hidden journaling. So I think I want to trim this. How tall is this? I'm going to measure on my mat. It's actually folded down to almost 4. So it's just not as much of a journaling spot that I wanted. But I could put some paper there. Maybe. All right. Let's see. How can I do this? I'm just going to do it. So here, and here is what I want to glue for right now. I don't want to glue the bottom yet because I need to shove those pumpkins in there. I'm going to let that dry. I probably wasn't in frame, sorry. I have this red, well, you can't see, I have a piece of red tape on my mat to remind me when I am and when I'm not in frame. Ooh, some of that glue seeped out. Hopefully it'll dry clear. But now, I want the pumpkins to kind of, like a shaker box type thing. I want them to be able to move around in there. Oh, a lot of glue seeped out there. Let's see. I don't know if this will work or not. Let's see if I can get some of this glue out. Oh, and more is coming out. What a mess. It'll be all right. Ooh, that's squeaking. making a weird squeaking noise. This is when you don't really think through what you're trying to do. You just kind of do it. And that's what I enjoy. I enjoy kind of getting in here and messing around. Or is it glued down? Well, I'm going to put I probably should have put the pumpkins in ahead of time. What was I thinking? I'm not sure why. I think I just didn't want them to fall out, maybe? I have to get my tweezers. I can't pick these up. There we go. And maybe it'll help me get them in there. Yes, it will. All right. Who knows? The things you come up with. But again, I like that little bit of creative. Makes you think. I don't need to have a tag, a shaker box tag, but I want to make one. Oh, maybe I could. I'm thinking here. I have to have glue all the way across here so they don't fall out. And it's probably going to leak on the back side. I'm thinking, I didn't realize this would do this on the back side. I should have, but so this prompt is a layered tag. So I'm going to layer it on top of something. Let me trim this up though, so that it's even. And then fold this up. Oh, and that could make a cute little pocket. See where I'm off? I'm trying to trim that white part off. Okay. So instead of flipping down, I'm going to have a little pocket. Maybe. So let's do that part. Pocket here. Pocket here. Oh, but I need to glue that down or it's going to pop up. Put that down and then this down. They're probably going to stick to the glue, but I think it's going to be okay. Okay. All right. So what can I layer this on top of? Let's go back to the papers. Let's put that up like that. They're not, I was envisioning them shaking around, so maybe they will. Well, they are a little. I'm fairly certain this glue will dry. I'm hoping. And that could be another pocket. You know what? I'm going to go for it because it's supposed to be a layered tag. And I'm just not going to think about it too much and just see how it comes out. And it could be a failed experiment or it could turn out really cute. So we'll go with really cute for now. I better put on this plastic a little bit of this art glitter glue just to hold it down. Okay. Where did we say we wanted that to stick up? Okay. And then I'm going to have this as another pocket. I have another idea. All right, let's make this the pocket. Here and here. Okay. And so we have a pocket here. Hear that? I hear that sound. I like the sound. And a pocket here. And this was from a magazine. I don't know that something to decorate it up. Or, let's see. Let's see if this size fits. This, I cut out some frames, and this is the center of the frame. So there's a tag. This one's going to be too short. Cute. Oh, I forgot about these. I'll have to put it on some cardstock to make it into a tag. Is that popping up? Nope. Are they gonna fit? This, I had printed I put it back. It's kind of like an acetate piece of something, and I just scanned it and printed a copy on regular printer paper and said, oh, maybe I'll make some tags out of it or something. So this reminds me of owls. So I'm going to use this one. And I'm going to need to trim it down. Let me get it glued on some cardstock. I have any in here, the size I need. Maybe I could use a scrap. So this is how it goes for me. Does that match that orange? I tend to kind of do things as I go. I know this will look good. Oh, maybe this will look good. Who knows? So let's try this. Put this back. Oop, it fell. Trim off the white part of this. And then I'll glue it to the cardstock. And then I think I have to trim it again. So hold tight. Let me trim this how I need it first. probably this much. Yeah, I'm going to use the paper trimmer over here. And see if that did it. Yeah, it's a little tight, but it'll do. Ooh, it's a lot tight. I'm going to trim just a little bit more off. Actually, let's just do it like this. Just a little bit more off. See if it'll go in a little easier. Yeah, no, the pocket's just tight, but that is a little easier. Now, where do I need to trim this? I want it to sit just below, right about there. I'm liking having this paper trimmer right here handy, although you can't see what I'm doing. I like it. Okay, so now these corners are rounded. Let's see, wait, before I do that, I need to trim this a little because I want to see a little bit of the orange to match those pumpkins. So that is the edge, and I want to go a little bit in from that. Let's see how that goes. It looks like mushrooms or something, but I hold on one second. I thought of feathers. Which way do I want to orient this? To me, that looks like mushrooms. That doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. But I am going to get that on there. And cute. Cute, cute, cute. Whoops. All right. Layered tag. I was going to try to round those corners, but I think it's going to just make it look worse. And I guess I'm not getting rid of the glue in there. Well, it's still moving around, so maybe it will still dry. And the idea, maybe I have something in here. Otherwise, I'll have to wait. Some ribbon. Yep. I want to just see. I don't know if this will work. Because it's ripped, I ripped this out of it was a spiral bound notebook. One of the dividers that they put in a 3 or 5 subject notebook. And so I just tore it out. Let's just see how it'll work. So I'll just try. Maybe if I glue it at certain points. Anybody else spend all this time on one tag? What time is it? I should check the time. Yeah, this is not gonna work. Oh, look, because I tore it out, I can just weave it in and out. Yeah, we're almost out of time because I've spent so much time on this tag, but that's okay. It's part of it. And I'm enjoying it. Hopefully, you are inspired to do something creative like this. Doesn't have to be like this, but Yeah, just do whatever comes to mind. Now I'm gonna have to, you know, it'll also help keep these tabs from popping up. One piece. I'll just do all the ones that are on the top. From the front. Like that. That one came apart. Let me glue that together. Same with this one. I'll glue that together like that. And put some on the bottom there. And I'm going to flip it over and do the same thing. A little bit there. Here's one. There. Here. And for some reason, it's like it's 2 layers or something. Or it just ripped really good. The same with this. One more. Is that a... what is that? Oh, well, there's nothing to put that on. All right. That will keep the ribbon sort of in place. We'll see. Cut it like that. And like that. Actually, that's a little there. Very nice. Where's the... I've lost the pin. It's not in. Anybody see the pin? Great. Did you see this? Does anybody see the pin? My goodness, I think it might be time for another cup of coffee. What do you think? So, I am gonna put the prompt down, but you know what? I've got just enough time to flip through these stickers. I think I had some Halloween-y ones here. I know I have some across the room. But let's see. That says Hello Pumpkin. That's cute. And it's the colors. Oh, I need that football for yesterday. Here's some. Now these are transparent. I think that was the only ones in this stack. I need that football for yesterday. Let's see if the transparent ones will work. Like maybe this big one. How about that? There we go. And the tag. Layered tag. Ooh, I spent a lot of time on this tag. But super cute. Super cute. Put this down here. I mean, it's got to be, it's a layered tag, so it has to have a lot of different pieces to it. I'm a little disappointed that that glue doesn't appear to want to dry, but This, I think, will have to be glued down, but it's okay because there's 2 tags in there. And I think I'm gonna need some kind of pull on this. We'll see about this. I've used this once before. Oh, I think I made that too thin. Did I? I want it thicker. Actually, I want this is more gray and black, this part. So I'm going to cut off that part, and then how much do I want sticking up? Not too much. There. Let's see. There we go. That's twice today that I've used this tiny attacher. It's coming in handy. There's that piece there. Now I need something for this one. And I still want the darker side. And might need to make that one a little bit bigger. Like this. Attach it. Here we go. Well, this certainly does have a lot of layers. Okay. What do you think? Prompt number 2. Love it. And I'll find a spot to put in the journal. And we'll call it a day. Where did I see that football? Right here. And I want to put it on yesterday. Why not? I can't get it off. There we go. I'll use the football somewhere right. Oh shoot, you can't see, right there. And should I just use this tag here? I'm going to. Because I made it today, why not? Why not? There we go. Nothing major happening today anyway. Just go into puppy training a little later. And that's it. Okay. So I didn't get as far along as I wanted to, but it was fun. And I did one of the prompts. Definitely have a layered tag here. And I'll be able to journal about whatever goes on today. And I even have a little space left here for anything else. So getting there, getting there. I made this and this. There was one of the, I've made a note of everything I wanted to get done. And yeah, so there was only one other day I really wanted to do today. And that's the 12th, but I'll wait on it. Okay. All right. I hope you get in your craft room and you're doing something fun for yourself today. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.